Is creative block what we think it is, or is it just kind of a mental game comboed with possible exhaustion and a layer of expectation and then self judgment? I mean, if we just pick all of that apart, could we overcome artist block or creative block and just go about our business if we just gave ourselves some self compassion? I think the expectation of having a routine is that you're producing art or you're producing something, and that something is most likely high quality, and that is on a regular basis. And I think social media does that. I think other people's expectations of us, and also what we think and overestimate other artists and other creators are actually creating on a regular daily basis. So if we just cut ourselves some slack and just be self compassionate, I cannot say that enough, then we can show up on a regular basis and actually create art and not get into a creative block. Because maybe this week, all I do in my collage creativity is maintain my tools. Maybe it's that I go to a used bookstore and start looking for books and magazines. Maybe it is me sitting down and creating at the table. Maybe it's me cutting up assets or graphics so that when I do become and want to be more creative and put a whole piece together, I've saved myself a lot of time. Maybe it's going through and just having that always consistent schedule to show up for yourself and not judge if you didn't produce anything. And reframe the thought process that maybe I didn't produce a piece of work today, but I did produce the environment with sharp tools and cut up assets or graphics and a straightened up little studio. And, those kinds of things will make it a much better environment for me when I go in and actually do start to put the pieces of paper together in my collages. So creating that knowledge that you're going to have a consistent schedule, but that schedule is going to look different, and you can open that up to whatever you need. So if you're not interested in drawing, okay, let's clean the water bottles that you have, make sure that your brushes are all cleaned and aired out, make sure that your paper is all organized, make sure that, if you have some examples of what you'd like to paint, that you've looked through them. Maybe go to an artist store, not necessarily purchase anything, but look through, see if there's anything that's new or different. Go to the library, go through some books, go to a museum, get some inspiration and take some pictures. If you're doing that consistently and it's geared towards what you do on an artist's level, then you're not really in a creative block. You're just not creating and producing what you think everybody else is or what you think everybody expects you to produce. That is the first thing that I think holistically will get you out of a rut. And it's really just a mental shift. You're not coming up with new ideas. That's okay. Let's get inspired. Let's go to a museum. Let's just cut the stress and the pressure, and then usually things will kind of come in. You don't have, the supplies. Okay, let's look at YouTube videos and see what other people are using. Let's go shopping or go to a secondhand store or, go to a collage corner or an arts and craft hour and find out what other people are doing, be inspired, and don't compare yourself. I hope that this helps you in a way to realize and reframe the thought process of creative block. And just doing one thing for your art is good enough. You are good enough. Your art is good enough. And every day that you add towards what you're doing in your art means that you have overcome that perfectionist that doesn't produce. And as we all know, you have to publish to be seen. And even if it's not good enough, it's okay. We learned something about it. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Bye-bye. See you next time.